weeks, and I just got an email that it came in. I was like, totally like, I don't. Sorry.
I can't check anything
Which
out
book?
until I get paid, and it's really,
What?
Which book?
because of late fees.
Okay.
It's called Nine
because
from
I
the
don't check out
World.
children's books.
So we walked into the library, speaking of late fees.
Yes.
No, segues.
Segue
we were
I tried.
in
I tried.
Oh,
We're
you
in the
guys
li-
walked in
yeah.
the library.
Yeah.
And you can already feel the tears welling up.
I see them.
Oh yeah.
Hey, kid. Keep it together.
Kev crosses the distance to you guys in like a weirdly
and like I don't
quick,
even. I've
like,
always been kind of
unexpected
creeped
way
out
for
by
his son.
time, and the first one I run and I throw my arms around time. Who like
Yes.
I've always been creeped out by.
Fergus is
And
like, what the fuck
I'm just
is wrong with
sobbing.
this kid?
And Keth just kind of like
I, like,
walks over to you, like crosses the distance unexpectedly quickly, but like stops in front of you guys and just kind of does this and tears up. And he's like, I'm so glad to see you.
Berg waves
Time.
and is like, oh good, I was wondering if you guys would ever get here.
Time looks at you and like reaches into her. She goes, oh, and reaches into her bag and she goes, thank you. That was the book you tossed at.
How did cool, thanks.
Well, you threw it at the wolf.
Yeah, I didn't see you catch it though.
Magic.
Berg's like cool and like straps it back to their belt.
thought you
Ren
appreciated
is
getting a
Ren
book
is
back.
very like
Show me your
you know
emotions.
like yes, good to see you
Got you your
guys. You know like very normative about the whole thing
Yeah.
about the reunion. Yeah, I'm like
So, I've been hearing these rumors about somebody with.
bristling.
So that was you. Cool.
Bristling.
Let's not talk about it.
What?
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Nothing.
You really feel like the young person that's not on the conversation right now.
It's literally above your head.
Literally. I'm gonna tell you something.
And like maybe a tentative.
Because you look kind of like how
reaching
you're having
out
like
to
a,
then-
you know, lots of intense
And then
emotions are
going,
happening
okay,
and whatnot.
yeah.
This chitters down onto your shoulder.
Why don't
And
you put that in the camera?
Shannon sent me a good
pretty
picture
big,
of
right?
an adorable ferret.
Really
Yeah.
cute ferret.
Ferret weasel. What's the name? It's like
It's a silver mitt.
mitt. It's a little silver
I
mitt.
did a lot of
Adorable.
research as a teenager. I really wanted one.
And it's making this really like comforting cooing sound, like, and it's just kind of
Oh,
like it's just
ferret
kind of like
cooing.
warm and kind of like there.
On my shoulder.
Yeah, it kind of like it skittered down
And
to
it's
me.
like I feel like somehow I would know.
Reckless.
It's June. Like I feel like I would know. Like
It feels kind of like non-animal, otherworldly, magical to you
like I
a little
look
bit.
at it and I look at you.
There's a
and I
hint of
say,
that
"June?"
energy. It squeaks at you. It confirms. I mean, it's June's smart. Like, there's,
And it's eating a white button mushroom.
yeah, fucking adorable. It's gonna get so high.
I feel like
Button mushrooms.
I've never like been allowed to
It's
have a
fair.
pet because my mom hates them, and I'm just like,
Your mom is a terrible person.
She's the
But
good steward.
rich.
just like shoving my
rich
nose in its
AF.
stinkiness. Maybe.
So
It probably actually doesn't smell like a normal ferret.
Okay.
So we filled them in on the bear trap plan.
I mean,
Good, because
you filled them in.
Fucking
What the?
snake.
Wait, what was the bear trap plan again?
We're
there
gonna
was a
stick her cousin in a bear trap, right?
there's a bear trap.
No.
Shit! But whoa! What did I
Alright.
just walk into?
Yeah.
Back to the beginning.
Just left all the bear
Berg
traps.
tells
Sorry.
the whole story.
Okay.
Like, you get a quick overview of dinner last night.
You saved a bear trap?
And
No, I have one on
Hey guys,
me.
How useful.
Ferg's talking.
So Lumi's dagger that I was yelling at, Sparky's dagger that I was yelling at her about. So her cousin has it. We need to get a hold of her cousin. Get a hold of your goddamn cousin.
Oh, how do I do that?
Well, what happened? How did you? What happened? How did you get
Well, hold
here?
on. Why do we need Lumi's dagger?
Because it's magic.
Why?
And
We
it's hers and she
established
wants
that.
it back.
And also, it's hers.
It's really important.
You guys, why are we on an airship?
I think.
Because they
What
pulled
is
us
happening
up
here?
Okay.
How high were
well,
you yesterday?
I just got out of the shower.
That was a long shower.
So
We've just reconciled with her friend. You know,
Yeah.
just met her friends. I don't know why we're here. I
Okay.
don't know what's going on.
Lu- Lumi's
best
grounded.
guess.
And in a lot of trouble.
They were tracking Sparky. They came, picked her up. We are collateral damage. I want to get off this airship.
Oh,
we
we're
have
her
a
bodyguards
day
if
and a
anybody
half.
asks
here. I
you.
didn't
Oh, yeah.
want to be here.
Also, didn't know that you were part of the July family.
So
That explains a
what's
lot.
the plan with the Meninger Collective?
What?
The Strawsome Collective.
That's what I meant.
Well,
We're
we
kind
have
of. I don't think we're controlling where we're going.
we need to
We're
get her
going to
dagger back,
Phalanstine.
and then we need to get off this
Yeah,
ship.
we're
I
not-
think we should go
Why
back
do
to
we
our
need-
mission.
why do we need your dagger
I just
back?
want to get off this ship. I don't want to go see my
Do you
mom.
really care about your dagger?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can feel it. It's connected to my new powers, and I need it.
Okay. Okay. So you feel like it'll help you manage your
Plus,
powers.
her cousin's a little shit, and he jacked it.
we don't
I
care
just
about
have
his
a feeling that we need it to. Because we need to get off the
Because
ship.
we are
need to get
abducted
off
right
of it.
now.
Yeah.
Why are we worried
that's
about a dagger?
What I've been saying is we
So you
have a
can
day
stagger
and a half to
it.
figure out how to get off this ship.
Okay.
I gotta make some money. I don't know if you saw the dwarf, but like we can't get out of here without any cash.
How are you gonna make money from the door?
Well, we have 4 days.
Yeah. No, he retconned the retcon.
Wait, so now it's 2 days?
Yes, 2 days.
Yeah.
What the hell? You're confusing the shit out of me.
That's
It was
The
originally
hours,
2
the
days,
clocks
right?
are hard, guys. Give it a minute.
Where
2
is
days
the
are quite
ship
long.
headed? Where is the ship headed?
Phalanstine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't wanna go back there.
tomorrow
Could
we
be avoided.
arrive, like tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
lunch.
night. Yeah.
How far away is
Lunch.
Phalanstine from where we were?
One of the 8 meals that we have during the course of a light.
Well, I mean, it's basically a 2+ air day or airship.
And
Damn
is
it.
there
It's,
water? Is
travel.
it all? Is it
I
land?
mean,
is
it's
there
you
some
know
water?
you're really really high
That's a
up.
question.
Yeah.
You probably understand that you could potentially flee the ship yourself if need
I
be.
do understand that.
Yeah.
Did Ren see the other ships in the hangar?
I'm gonna say that they were so weak and at 1 hit point that they didn't really notice like most of the. Yeah.
Did Ferg notice anything? Do they look like?
Lumi, is there somewhere that we can
feel
look
like-
out at the ground in this ship?
I feel like my dad would have given me like really like rudimentary lessons in some kind of driving or flying, even if it was just like sitting. I'm just saying.
Sitting in his lap.
Sat in his lap, yeah.
Sitting in his lap.
I hear that.
Okay.
Yep. I will say that everybody else, like, no flying experience aside from wings.
Catherine needs to
I've
get
read
her
about-
ship
we've
until, like,
read
we
about it
don't
in a
talk about
book.
wings.
And what wings?
That's really about it, though.
Do they? So
It had
do the
pictures.
ships in the hangar look like
More
they
than me.
belong to the larger ship, or are they like private vessels so people can like come in and out as they so please?
The former.
Okay.
Wait, so they belong to the ship?
Correct.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to.
Still one.
Requisition.
Well, so are we just like can we leave?
can't fuck
Like
my
does
way
everybody
into the
feel like I don't want to go home. I just don't want to go home. Can we leave? Can we try?
We're
Can we figure
Yes.
trying to figure this out.
out? Okay.
What does your
okay.
family want with you?
So-
First,
my-
wait, hang on. I think we need to backtrack for 1 second because we're all avoiding one thing, and that's how did they find us in the first place?
Well,
Magic.
Because if we
Yeah.
jump out now and they can find us again, then we're screwed. So
and we heard from Bogey that
So we're
Lucy
here.
was gonna.
not
Lucy's
Lucy,
good at
she's-
divination, so I'm guessing it was Lucy. Hey, Time. How
That's
good
true.
are you at hiding people from divination?
There's a magic that is currently beyond my reach, but eventually I know of some methods we could potentially use. But I'm only recently coming into these powers of controlling divination, augury, and things like that.
You're wobbly woo.
Yeah, timey-wimey, all bits.
Well, what do you think we should do? Maybe we could torture my cousin, and maybe he could have an idea.
So you're
He's
And,
pretty smart.
and
He's
right
like,
when you said
"Sure."
that, basically a person walked into the room right when you were like, maybe we could torture my cousin. And he is he's human and very tall, kind of lanky. With that sort of like, he's so tall that like most, door frames don't really fit him all that well. So he's got this permanent neck hunch.
comparable to Kev? Like,
See, like my chin height.
You
Like,
managed to like stand up quite
I think I'm
strong and tall. This one has sort of buckled under that sort of like constant like ducking underneath like. However,
okay.
you are taller.
How tall are you?
I'm like 8 feet tall with my mohawk.
Yeah, you are
the mohawk.
taller than this
That's so
particular
That's
gentleman.
Still 7 feet tall.
He is meticulous in the sort of like he's got a very light beard and mustache, short cropped hair, very well groomed, maybe a little overly perfumed or cologned, I should say, and walks in. And right when he hears that,
Ferg is immediately saying, "What did I just say about no bloodshed?" And
does anybody recognize him? Do I recognize him?
That's not how we get things back from our relatives.
I made a
Amazing.
promise.
um,
I made a promise to Bulkenschultz.
I'm saying this for the benefit of the human that looks freaked out.
yeah,
I like to believe you also just said that out loud. Actually, I am 100% gonna compel your values, nature, and mycelium above all else. Well, bear with me a second. In that you are so focused on like your monkly ways and connected to like nature, the way you value nature, you didn't even think about the social conventions for a second. You just like very clearly explained like that's not what we say to people because this human walked in. Like and the guy's like just making it worse.
Yeah, you're doing yeah.
Throwing out there on a compulsion. I don't know.
All right.
What do you think, Bill?
Like I'm just sticking my foot in my mouth.
Really hard.
how
maybe
is
making
that?
it
How is
worse.
that? How is that a disadvantage in this case?
I don't know. This guy's. I would say like in terms of this, making this guy really awkward, feeling uncomfortable, like you know,
Sure.
making the situation worse.
So the his facial expressions are obvious that he's uncomfortable in here. He still comes in and is looking specifically for a book or two.
Ferg turns around and says, "Hey, hello, can we help you?"
Who are on the
And he says,
ship right now?
Neither of them are on the
"No, thank you."
I'm a
And
trained
then keeps
librarian.
and he says, "I'm sure you are," and then just basically heads towards the thing, grabs a few books, and hold on a second. Oh, that was like so
My original? Or my
You-
adoptive parents?
Your adoptive parents that went to
Look
me for
familiar.
medicine.
I'm sure we haven't met before. I never forget a
I
face.
don't remember.
well, I'll just
Do they
go
have
with that
nicknames?
then, and then he walks out.
Kath, what, huh?
I know them. I'm
I don't
supposed
know.
to
Like,
what their
I'm not
names are.
surprised they have a client up here, but
I don't have
What-
any
what's your
clients
last
for.
name again?
You know, I was in Phalanstine once, and a lot of people were gawking at me.
I mean, you are a half orc, so there's that.
Well, I was. Never mind.
There have been many studies about familial facial recognition. It's entirely possible that maybe you look like someone else that you do. Perhaps your parents. Or a brother.
Maybe.
Sister.
I don't know.
Other.
I don't know.
How old is this
Time loss off.
human?
Mid maybe.
You compelled my
Not-
weird socialness.
Not
Early-
old
I
enough to be
wouldn't
cuts.
respond in any other way to that person.
Wait, what?
I think it's
Old
probably a
enough
good
to be
roleplay.
cuts, or no?
Oh yeah.
So I don't know this person.
Probiotic me.
You
And then I kind of like consider for a second. I'm
No,
like,
down
should
for
I
a
do not
go
recognize
ask
his
him?
face now.
Should I go ask him?
Information never hurts.
If you're curious. You'll
Alright,
know where
I
to find
follow
it.
Says Ferg when
Kind of guileless
information
and
clearly
just,
makes
yeah,
people
feeding
cry.
it.
Yeah.
Information never hurts. Go get
Okay.
info.
So I follow him out the door, Bill. Do I see where he
Ren,
went?
we need a
What are my
plan
parents'
because
names?
Okay, I have a plan.
One
I have a
second.
plan.
Um,
Hey,
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for this to play out.
I got a 1.
You like the moment like you talk with everyone, they say that, and then you look out the door, and he's not anywhere to be found.
Okay.
Uh,
Guess it wasn't meant to be.
all right.
And I sit back down with y'all.
Lumi, I gotta talk to your aunt.
Well, Lucy.
Yeah, this is getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, what are your parents
Yeah.
like? What do they even want with you?
See
you again?
So
I
like,
did some stuff when.
so
I
like,
was
where's your aunt?
home. No, I ran away. Well, she's. You know,
Will you
she's-
take me there?
She's like
To her?
She doesn't have
ship.
access to
She's
the top
driving the
floor
ship
'cause
right
she's
now?
grounded.
Yeah.
Okay, who do I need to talk to speak with your guardian?
I don't know if I can bring like people up there.
No, don't worry about them.
Sparky,
Your
just-
guardian.
Just bring Ren.
I just need to go talk to your
Yeah,
guardian. This
Ren
is
can
getting a
speak
little
for
out of
us.
hand.
I guess
Who's the responsible adult?
I guess we get Bogenschultz.
I guess Bogey, yeah.
Okay, let's go find Bogey.
Hey, do you still have that thing?
Yeah, here, it'll... Just give it back to me before we get off the ship.
Bogey.
Yeah, you know it won't work.
I know, that's why I give it back to her. Is there a call button nearby?
There is a call
won't work?
button.
Ferg presses it and says, could we get a concierge, please?
Right away, sir. And about 2 minutes later, hello, how can I help you?
Young Lamita July and our friend Ren would like to speak to Bogenschultz, please.
Yeah, can you get Bogey?
Bogenschultz may be unavailable. I will check.
As
And
soon as possible.
Eyes roll up in the back of its head.
God, creepy.
Yeah,
and then it comes right back. Bogenschultz will be here in 4 minutes.
Okay, so what do you want to ask my
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
How does that be?
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm gonna take care of you, kid.
Good.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna use my dad's weird medicine as like collateral.
Did I hear
No.
weirder medicine?
We're just gonna work this out. We gotta straighten this out. This is blown way.
Okay,
Why
'cause
is
he
there
really
teeny
needs
tiny
that.
penis on your sheet?
I did not do that. Somebody did
Fisher?
that. Probably, yeah, it's Fisher.
You got cock bombed.
Is there anything else, honored passenger?
I am good. Everyone else good? Let's just sit down and read. Could you bring us some
Are
tea?
you gonna be okay?
Which tea would you like? And
Oolong.
it pulls out an amenities list.
We want that
Earl
tea-
Grey, hot.
Yes, nerd.
Earl Grey
Earl
hot.
Grey hot. Absolutely. Coming
Can I have some
right
Lady
up.
Grey, please?
Oh,
You,
Really
it's
good.
delicious. It's with lavender.
Yeah.
I know,
Lady Grey's way
but
better
does
than
Kath
Earl Grey.
even know
Earl
what
Grey's
Lady Grey is?
disgusting.
Hell yes.
Hey, we have herbs in the forest.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
So what did you
No,
do
that's fair.
before you left?
So
I would like to know this story.
about 5 minutes
Oh, that's
later,
cool.
it brings in a tray with all of your teas
Okay.
on
Reasons
there.
are after you.
And Bogey's,
We would ask you to not handle the books while drinking your tea.
I know this quite well. I am a trained librarian. Where's, I thought you said Bogey was going to be...
All right. When Bogey gets here, Bogenschultz, do you got some things to do? Do you
I-
want to just plan
And they
on
enter
meeting
right
back
now.
here
Yeah.
for lunch?
Before or after we
Well-
torture the cousin? Oh, hey!
Well-
He's got lunch.
Well, hello,
He's got
everyone.
lunch
We're not torturing anybody.
Hello, Bogenschultz. We're just trying to work out this whole situation.
What situation is that?
This situation that we had Lumi in our custody, and then now
We
we
had
are
a-
in your custody.
We had a field trip for him.
And
I
we,
don't wanna
All
go.
of this makes sense.
yes,
She
I would
wants-
just like to
they wanna
speak
see-
to
oh,
Lady July.
That will not be
And-
possible.
Okay.
You can't talk to Aunt Lucy?
If you would like to go up to the control room and talk to Aunt Lucy, you're more than welcome. You know this. But unfortunately, your friends are not invited.
Oh,
like,
just we're
just-
not going.
Yeah,
Just Farron.
just me.
just
I'm just sort of the responsible party here. I feel like, and
he's
that there's
daddy's
been
doctor.
there's been a big misunderstanding, and I just want to straighten it out
Berg's just...
with Aunt Lucy.
Unfortunately, that will not be possible.
Okay.
Aunt Lucy is in the control room and she is actively commanding this vessel.
Is there a way that I can
I wanna watch.
relay a message to her?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great.
I will memorize it and recite it to her.
Okay. I just and I sidebar for a second.
I'm a little suspect. Be really careful with that message.
Okay. Ren is not the most like,
Aunt Lucy is kind of strict.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm already in trouble.
Bogenschultz says, "You actually do not have to be that careful. If you ask me to say things and leave things out, I will be more than happy to do that."
Okay.
Apparently Bogey has really good hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 on my perception check.
So,
We're gonna have to roll to whisper better.
oh man.
Stealth?
Okay. So
Intelligent stuff.
You are a
essentially,
librarian. You get advantage on whispering.
It's also really quiet in this room, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, really quiet.
Shh. This should be on you.
okay, essentially, Bogan Schultz.
I am here to serve.
My name is Ren Leikenstep.
I
You got your
have a
Yeah.
prominent shop in Rosax.
The stepping stone, if I recall.
Yes. I have served the July family for several generations now.
That you have.
And Lumi came to me and was journeying with us, and we've had some kind of misunderstanding. I was taking care of her. She was in our care, and we were working out where she needed to be, what she needed to do, where she needed to go, and then we've been abducted. So we're just trying to figure out what the next step is from here.
If I may be so blunt,
Sure.
I want to let you know that Lucy July knows every single bit of this information that you've told me. So what exactly am I relaying to her?
Okay, well, I guess
Like
I just want to know.
dissatisfaction with
I just want her to answer. I want to know what her intentions are with us. Why are we part of this captivity here?
You were pulled out of a sticky situation.
Mm-hmm.
Your lives were saved, and now you are heading to Phalanstine. What you do after you exit the Sky Specter is completely your prerogative.
Your people were shooting at us on the ground, though.
Those were not our people.
Okay.
Who were they?
It was Sparky. Okay, Sparky's brother
No,
was one of those people. So how was it not your people?
Oh, yeah, wasn't it?
Is he not a July?
Are you familiar with the term going rogue?
You found her in like a second.
Are you familiar with that term?
Yes.
Answer my query.
Then that should answer your question. Under no circumstances was Lumi's brother involved in any of our machinations, nations, period.
I got shot by
machin-
some little.
machinations. So you do have plans.
We are the July conglomerate. Of course we do.
Bogan Schultz.
I'm pretty sure their business title is like, we have
I
a
would like
plan.
to revise my message to Lady July.
Noted.
Points to
I would
the wall.
like to say thank you very much for her services, and would she kindly join us for dinner tonight?
I will relay such a message, and I will get the response back to you post-haste.
Great. Thank you so much.
Where's my cousin? Where's Blake?
At this point, I don't know.
Can you find out for me?
Or
You're
just
concerned about your dagger. I have taken measures to try to retrieve it, but he's a bit slippery, that one.
grease spells.
Well, are you?
Can you tell him we want to make a
you gonna
trade?
Give it back to me.
I'm sorry. I thought that was the plan. Sorry, guys.
What would you ask me to ask him? He's purposely avoiding you, I want to be clear.
Just tell me where he is.
Oh, he's up in the control room somewhere.
Are you getting buzzy? Are you getting a little
I'm like
electricity?
channeling my
Yeah.
fucking.
He's up in the control room
Alright.
somewhere. He is quite elusive. Plus, he and Cleaver, let's just say, make a good team.
Cousin's name is
Okay,
Cleaver.
fine.
You seem angry.
I'm fine.
Do you need anything to calm you down?
No. Thank you, boy.
Quaalude.
I have a spell that may work.
No.
Oh,
Hey,
What spell?
Sparky, just chill out.
I'm okay.
You're buzzing.
Salve. Rubbing her temples.
bunch of CBD.
Medicine.
Is that what they call that?
Yeah. Bogan Schultz, I have one final
Excellent.
question before you go.
I may procure some of your medicine sometime in our trip.
Yeah.
I am very interested in anything that soothes the savage beast, as they say.
I'm always happy to serve the July family and everyone related.
Splendid.
Michelle, so I have a question for you before you go.
We're both
I am ready and
entrepreneurs.
willing.
Look at each other.
I have been recently studying the divination arts, and I'm curious about what methods you use to track down Sparky.
I cannot tell you
Oh, why not?
because I have been commanded not to.
Okay. Who commanded you?
I think we all know the answer to that question.
I just wanted
No.
to check. I'll ask her at dinner.
Bogenschultz reminds me of the cable guy.
Larry?
No, cable guy like
The mycelium create a lot of pathways in our world, but
Jim Carrey.
I'm not sure I understand this cable business.
A Jim Carrey cable guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've watched that movie.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
back
so
when I still had
Bogenschultz
cable.
though.
It's been that long.
I've never actually seen it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cable guy's pretty
It's
good.
really good. It's
It's
really
So,
good.
yeah.
It's really fucking
Question is,
scary.
does it hold up? We were just talking about Buffy.
Uh-huh.
It does hold up?
Mhm.
You like watch it?
It's so good.
Wait, was it Rid
Is there-
for Joss Whedon?
No, I was
hell no.
making Buffy references, but
Lumia, is there anything else?
He unfortunately doesn't hold up.
I have many tasks
Just?
to.
sometimes.
Yeah,
To teach
it's
you.
okay.
No, he should.
Thank you,
As a
Bogey.
person, I feel like he's kind of.
I love you, Lily.
Not on screen.
Love you. Just know that I love you.
This is sad.
Damn, this kid in there fucking crying.
I stopped.
Weasel, the weasel.
Contained it.
It's a sad
I contained it.
Bogenschultz leaves.
Sit down for some tea.
I really like that guy.
Can I make a roll on what he is?
Yes.
Cool.
Pejorative. guy.
Can Ferg just...
History.
He's just really good. Will you
can
just slow
Ferg
down?
just
You can ask him.
20.
Okay. So Bogenschultz is what is known by many necromancers in this land, particularly in the July conglomerate, as a necrothrall.
Hummus.
Bogenschultz is alive and has been trained to serve since birth and is a eunuch.
Oh, so not zombie.
Not zombie. However,
Copy that.
there are rumors that when necrothralls pass, that their bodies are actually reanimated and basically, are expected to continue to serve even beyond death.
Jeffrey Dahmer's wet dream.
Do they
As close to
hold-
zombie as you can get and still have a heart.
Also, they're detusked orcs.
Well, at least this one
Well,
is.
Bogenschultz.
Oh, this one is.
Yeah.
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 Do they
Hence,
hold-
hence its awkward lisp.
I mean, that would make sense. The tusk could be potentially dangerous.
Do they hold a higher position?
She's probably
Jeff just grins at you.
Once they die, do they hold a higher position than, say, the other
screaming internally.
zombie servants?
No. But I would allow you to make
Does sound
a
like
history check.
Okay.
organizing.
Deorganizing.
Not so great with that, but okay.
The way that culture.
Oh, thank you. It's been a minute. It's getting thirsty.
I'm parched.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you don't know anything else.
Okay.
Jesus, yes.
Say la vie.
When it rains.
Mm.
That's why hard alcohol is dangerous for
Sweet,
this game.
sweet, sweet alcohol.
Anything else you're doing in the library? Aside from this
Can
wonderful
anybody
reunion.
Figure out where my cousin is because he is a wily little snob.
We got you, kid.
Really? Can we just
Yeah.
find
I
him?
believe they said he was in the control room. Which
Yeah.
I do not think we have access to.
Only you have access there.
We
No,
did we
she's
arrange
grounded.
dinner with the ant?
Well, Bogenschultz
Uh,
did just say that she could go talk to her
Bogenschultz
aunt.
is going
if
to
she
come
wanted
back
to.
with an answer.
Only with Bogey.
But I can go talk to him and I could get
We're
him to
meeting
calm
for
down.
after
I
brunch.
don't think you should talk to
Lunch.
my Aunt Lucy.
Lunch.
She's not.
Here.
Sex?
She is not like.
Yes.
Uh,
How many times do we have to say that?
Wait,
Sparky.
at
sex?
least once while I was
Hey.
around.
Sparky.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Word.
People have intercourse.
Yes.
I'm sure Sparky
Do you
knows
want to
this.
have that talk with Sparky right now?
You don't.
I've
I
already
don't
had
think
that talk
Ferg
with Sparky.
needs weed or medicine. Am I right?
What?
Eh?
Ferg doesn't get the joke.
Doesn't everybody need their medicine?
No, it's okay.
Um,
Not everybody's trying to make a baby.
Oh, they already had that talk. Sometimes people do this for pleasure. It feels quite good.
Okay, so until brunch is over, I know what I'm doing. Explain
Whoa.
the birds and bees.
Oh, okay.
Well, can I go try to find that person?
Time.
Do you want a woman around?
Okay, just listen to me.
Come
I
on.
know. Just listen. I'm gonna go find
I'm
my
just gonna
cousin.
Irish exit and I'm not saying
And
anything.
I'm
to
gonna
anybody.
tell him
Okay.
that we have
Yeah.
a bear trap, and I'm gonna get him
Racist.
down here.
I'm Irish. I can say
Okay?
that.
Okay.
Okay, but what are we gonna do when we get him down here?
I don't think you need to worry about it. We're just gonna chill out today.
Maybe joking.
No.
Your aunt might.
So-
No,
join
we
us
have
for
to
dinner.
get out of here before tomorrow. We're gonna be in Phalanstine
I know
tomorrow.
a couple.
We have to get out of here.
Why don't
Are
we
we
get
over
out of here?
land? Do we know where we are? Are we over?
That's what I was
Excellent
trying to
question.
ask you before, but
You are most likely over the Kashar Forest at this point.
Oh, how very convenient.
And pretty.
well, when you guys are thinking about this, I'm not in the room anymore.
So what we need is a lot of bed sheets. We're gonna tie them together.
I like. Oh, Ren was just
I
like.
know where the laundry room
Okay,
is.
that's
We
not
can totally
important.
go to the laundry room.
Sounds good.
Saw it, didn't care.
Yeah.
How do you go about searching for him?
I guess I would.
Just taking care of your cousin. It's okay.
I would go around and start asking people. I mean, like,
I made a promise.
I'll just take this as a continuation of that. It like push to like be awkward, or to my don't have any people skills, and I'm just gonna go up to people and be like, hey, have you seen? And I'm just gonna describe them to them and just ask around because that's what I would
Okay.
do if I was looking for someone in like
Make
how to gather or
make
something.
a
You're trying to-
persuasion
Are
check.
we all in agreement here? Like, I thought I was gonna go bribe my cousin.
Yeah, but Keth ghosted.
I just
Yeah.
left.
Okay.
So at some point it's like, okay, we gotta. Where's
Do
Keth?
you let us know that
Okay.
you're gonna look for the cousin though?
I think it's the definition of
I'm not
ghosting,
looking for
no.
the cousin. I was looking for the guy that recognized me because I've
Oh,
been sitting
cool.
here thinking about it
Oh,
like
okay.
by
Kat
myself
doesn't
while you
really
were
need
talking.
to hear about Lumi's sex education because
Yeah, well,
Kath
I'm
knows
gonna
what's going
slip
on.
out too because I don't need to hear about my sex education.
You're like looking for a book and you turn around and Sparky's just gone.
And like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I want to
Penis.
slip out. I'm gonna go find my fucking
Aw.
cousin.
I'd like
I'm
to
gonna
see
tell him.
how time is explaining. Explains sex
I
education.
I want to see how Sparky gets
Not
away
linear
from
sex.
two people without being noticed.
Well, you're
I don't think
left
it's
too,
gonna be a
right?
problem.
I'm not
Uh,
familiar
you're
with the book.
not.
I'm not paying
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see lots
Wait,
of
so am I
things.
talking to you and then you just leave?
You're looking at books. You're like kind of.
Oh, I'm kind of being
So am I
awkward. Like I
at all
don't want to
successful?
like
kind of
relax.
distracted,
You know?
and you would rather
well,
not
what is your-
be doing this.
What
Right,
is your
and then I
persuade-
realize
or
I'm
your,
not actually doing it.
persuasion?
I'm rolling a persuasion.
Yeah.
And this is where the wings go? Oh, wait.
That is
I'm so glad no one heard me say
that is a 8.
All anyone wants to talk about with you is your friend with the wings.
And I don't know what they're talking about. Because I didn't make that connection that first day.
And some of them
Fergus
feel that
said
you're
that.
being like completely honest and like and oh maybe this one isn't friends with that one. And then some of them actually get like a little passive aggressively hostile. Like they're oh you're not friends with whatever. And they're and some of them just like flat out ignore you. Especially some of you can tell like the higher standing wizards, which have each wizard when they are at their like okay, for example, time, unless Will says otherwise, as a first level diviner, or a diviner that can cast just first level spells, they have one ring around each of their collar or their sleeves. And you see some wizards that have 5, some that have 4, some that have 3, that kind of thing, and that tells you like how many
Try not to
or like
rely
the circle of power that they can cast.
Plus, you're a half orc, right? So there's going to be some kind of
Animosity towards me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ultimately, with the half orc, the whole
I look
like
very
interest,
orcish too.
the whole interest in the wings, that kind of thing, you get primarily blown off.
Okay. Well, what about just like good old fashioned searching? Do I see him? Like,
You
it
can make a perception check.
okay. I suck at perceiving
That's a funny
things.
story. You're also getting a lot of blowing off.
That is
It's not
a
quite like that.
4.
It's
Right.
happening
I'm
right
just looking
after
for
this.
How do you know?
No, we ate
How do you
bro.
It's
know
just-
what
it's-
I
proclivities
said I'm
are?
meeting him more.
Oh, okay. You're
He's
there.
either he's either like on a different level, and you keep sort of maybe passing each other awkwardly and not seeing each other, or he's just on a completely
in his
different...
room or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll just like kind of dejectedly head back to where I know everyone was going to be meeting up, but you guys probably all did stuff in the interim, so.
Well, and now it's about time for Ferg to
And Lumi, you said you were going, right?
keep their appointment.
Yeah, I mean, none of you guys knew this, but like when you said that about my family, that's what made me like start thinking about wanting to go
And
find
you
that
skipped,
person.
right?
Cause
I'm skipping out because
that's why I went to
want to go
Phalanstine
find
in
my
the first
cousin.
place.
Okay. And you
I
said...
wouldn't mind running into.
Okay, so Ferg, you said that like, oh well, there's how can Sparky have like sort of skipped out without you seeing,
Without them saying.
without them seeing?
Yeah.
So I'd like you to make a stealth check, please.
Oh, a stealth check.
You got this.
Because Ren and Time were actively
Oh, I should
talking.
use one of my inspirations. I'm
Well,
so
but
stupid.
I think it advantage because
You have more opportunities.
they were talking, and Ren does not want to be having this conversation. Time.
About what?
Yeah, I like.
Sex?
I like the idea of me kind of distracting myself while.
Yeah.
Time
I
is
feel like-
no ambition in this conversation or
Yeah.
intent. It's more just like if like asking questions like Time explain this, and Time would be like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that it's a regular role only
Okay.
because even though like Feyren is sort of like having this conversation and planning things out and that kind of thing, you do have some sense of like there's an importance to guarding this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
feel the obligation.
Yeah.
It's gross.
14
Plus.
minus. Is
Oh,
it dexterity?
minus, yeah, it is. Yeah. So you
So 13.
you basically just see Sparky just kind of like dip out, hoping that you won't see that.
Got it.
But I wish you would 100% just see it happen.
Yes.
So.
I was just joking.
I would say particularly. Oh no, both of you see it.
Can I
Sparky
just like look over at Time and sort of kind of give her like the like let's follow this one, but like let her think that like kind of like follow at a distance kind of thing. And that's kind of what we intend to do. Or
Cool.
Absolutely. So as we're kind of
like
like
we can do our own thing, but also keep an eye on Sparky.
yeah, we're just the parents following
Yeah,
far
exactly.
behind and kind of just observing the child
Right.
like, skittering ahead who thinks that they're being.
And I imagine Sparky like the like creeping away music like da 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 da.
We're just walking at a normal pace.
She's like whispering that under her breath as she creeps out.
dodging from vase to vase down the hall, being super stealthy. So as we're leaving the room, like you see Time kind of like look up and kind of like lightly brush her fingers along like a few of the books along the shelf. And internal, so you're not necessarily knowing this, but like she's kind of like having these flashes of like reading those books as she's kind of like walking by. Although occasionally like you maybe see her like stop and kind of like look back for a moment. It's occasionally she'll touch one where she's like, I don't read that one. Interesting. Actually, she says that out loud. Don't read that one, but still like notes the name. Like interesting. Yeah, so.
And Ren is just like so used to the whatever comes out of Time's mouth.
Like, oh, there's just words happening now, and
Well,
I'm gonna be angry
You're
at
just
them.
like
Used to that really quickly.
that's Time.
We've known each other for
Oh,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Client.
They've been acquainted for a
I
while.
forgot about that.
Where are you heading?
I'm heading to the lift up to the control.
Yep. The phone,
Or the
phone
level.
room to
The
the
level.
control. Yep, absolutely. So you're in Commons 5, and you know that the level above this one, it's restricted access.
Are these levels all identical?
I'm just gonna get
Mostly.
Okay, minor variations that
get
might
in the
be
lift
noticeable.
and like look at them. They're way behind, and I'm just.
Well, no, you don't see them.
Oh, I don't see them.
I mean, you said you were tailing stealthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Hopefully
see them.
stealthier
Oh, I
than you
thought I
are.
was the one trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, I
You
know.
are.
They,
You were.
They
You
flipped it.
failed.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, you see me get in the lift and look around, and then.
You think
And
they're
you-
being
and-
real stealthy.
And remember, you see, there's this sort of like this cap up one floor up, and the lighting is very, very red. You know that if you just basically flew right up in there, it would be like a zap, and you'd be the mosquito.
But aren't I allowed up there?
No,
You were grounded. You need
Bogey
Logan's
specifically told you that you were grounded and not allowed to go up to the control level without them.
But my room is up there.
Yeah, and you have to travel back and forth with Bogenschultz.
Chaperone.
Okay, well then I get out at the level before, and
Well, the level before was the library level. So do you want to go down maybe a level below and
Sure.
then do the whole thing?
Sure.
Cool. So so that's what. So okay. So here's what both of you see.
Yeah.
You see Sparky get in and go up, and then there's like this like little bit of an indecision happening, and then she looks up and just kind of does this one of these like, and then goes back down level 4, and then how do you
not to their level or to their level and go.
you still don't see them.
Get our level.
You went a level
No,
lower.
I'm gonna go level lower than them.
Okay.
Or a couple levels lower.
So 3.
Sure. Is
Got
that
it.
the marketplace?
The marketplace is level
I'm
3.
gonna go in the marketplace and I'm gonna find a concierge and I'm gonna ask them.
How may I help you, honored passenger?
Hey, can you call Bogey?
Bogey?
Bogenschultz? Bogenschultz.
Oh, Bogenschultz. Bogenschultz will arrive in 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
You do not understand?
I understand. Go away.
I do not understand the question.
She treats the hell out of me.
I'm just gonna walk away from you.
And as you're walking away, distantly, thank you for experiencing the Sky Specter. Enjoy.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna look around. Okay, market. Okay, if we're gonna get out of here, I'm thinking like, what could we need? I'm like, candy.
It's funny because I was literally like, if we lost her, my first thought would be, let's go to the market and find the candy shop. I literally was thinking.
Are you eating candy right now?
Yeah.
She's eating a giant chocolate bar.
Okay.
It's like a half a pound of
Jesus.
chocolate.
I like just gnawing down on that
It's actually
too.
more than a half a pound of chocolate.
Every time you bite into it, I like flinch a little bit because you're like,
my teeth, they're gonna crack. It's bacon
They're
chocolate.
Okay, so
reinforced by a
you-
lot of
Eating
beer.
baking chocolate? That's intense.
You see the marketplace.
hardcore.
Everything is within containers made of some kind of a force wall. And
Well, I'm gonna ask the merchants. I'm gonna say, hey, I am Lumia.
how may I help you, honored passenger?
Okay, I need to
Disintegration ray.
stock up,
how you
and I need a lot of stuff. So, can you give me like 3 pounds of
They use metric system kilograms,
gummy
please.
beetles and and I need a container, like one of those things that can like hold a bunch of stuff. And do you have that?
A bag.
Bucket.
This is like a candy place, right? There is a candy place.
Please repeat the question.
Do you speak slower
The,
and
the
louder?
voice is a little bit different this time around, but it's out of the same concierge sort of general persona. You are Lumia July.
Put on my tab.
Yes. Do you want to see my thumbprint?
I do not understand the question. Please repeat the question.
Look, do I have like credits or not? I am Lumia July and I want candy. How much can I have?
And so the moment you say that, it walks over to one of the cases on the far right, and its hand goes over the case, and you can see that there's a little bit of a rainbow shimmery, and then nothing, and it says, "Feel free to take whatever you would like."
Thank you.
Lumia July.
And I start like,
Dude, get some candy
I have
around
my
here.
pack on
Yeah.
me, and I've got like, maybe I don't need a new pack. I have my, what do I have? Dungeoner's pack. But I've got some room.
Sure.
And I just start shoveling shit in.
I'm gonna get covered in ants.
The
when we found
concierge walks up and says,
big ants.
"Do you need any assistance?"
Not to me.
Can I have another bag?
Absolutely. And
Thanks.
goes over to one case, and reaches in, grabs another sort of it's a decently sized rucksack. The thing gets put back, and then it walks over to you, and just sort of.
Can I have a green one?
She's a spoiled rich kid.
Do you have something green though? You remind me of a friend I had in high school. So I just still have,
I'm like
she's not
totally
like that
just
anymore.
like my toddler. That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm sorry, I do not understand the question.
Never mind, just give it to me. Okay. Thanks. And then I'm gonna go. Maybe we should get. Maybe candy is. I know it's not the only thing we need to eat, so I'm gonna go look at some other stuff. Like.
Thank you for experiencing the Sky Specter.
Thanks. See ya.
Enjoy.
You and I are like a sunglasses kiosk down the way, like trying to.
We're wearing like tilty hats.
Yeah.
And I feel like I say something like, I hope she grabs some taffy.
And
She's gonna get a stomach ache.
there's this really like startling voice that's right behind you, and it says, "Yeah, I hope she does too." And you
Okay.
look, and there's this like really like gnarly old dude that doesn't look like
Following a kid getting candy.
he should
Real
be
creepy.
he should be on this ship at all. Rotted teeth,
Ooh.
and
All that
He's eating
taffy.
too much candy.
and it's just staring where you're staring.
Okay.
At Candy or at Lumia?
Why?
Good question.
Why
So
are you?
I'm like, okay.
Who are you? Why are you concerned with this?
Who are you? Why are you concerned with this?
She's our friend. We're watching her.
So,
I'm like, back off, man.
sorry.
Yeah. You might want to get that checked out.
I'll fucking check it out when I want to.
Where's the Why the aggression?
You're questioning me. I'm just watching. Like a normal citizen.
You're watching a child get candy. It's a little
Maybe. Maybe not. What's it to you?
concern for my friend.
Good. Be concerned.
That doesn't make me feel better.
All right. All right. All right. I think you need to be on your way.
Fuck you too. And then he leaves.
Okay. Cool.
These sky people.
No, this is like
This has been a real trip.
nothing like anyone on this ship.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically just looks like a crazy ass, violent-ish homeless vagrant just wandered onto the ship, and they were like, "Cool, totally cool."
So I'm address time, and I'm like, we should keep our eye on him. That might be your cousin. I don't know.
Humans age at a different pace than we do.
This one was like gnarly, much older,
Mm-hmm.
kind of looked a little methy.
Okay.
You have a dagger?
You're trying to assassinate
Skitters off.
Lily.
I wish I knew more about objects. Like I want to be like, hey, I feel like
Objects?
stupid all of a sudden. Like magical objects. Like I feel like candy. I'm like all of a sudden like filled with shame. Like I'm not a child anymore. I need to go to like the big kid stuff. I need to get like some
Candy cigarettes.
Listen, I imagine that you came to this conclusion at the exact same time that you have a candy pacifier in your mouth. You're like, I'm an adult.
It's like, what, ring pop? Just like, pop. I'm an adult.
I need
It
some
was a
weapons.
baby from like Roger Rabbit. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah. Did you almost spit take? Did I catch you just a little? Almost made you spit take. One day. Not under the table.
If you spit take on the
Shame.
table, your
So
character
what
automatically
what other
dies.
things are there? are
Okay, I'm
available?
gonna break away from this conversation. I'm gonna head back to you.
Oh, I was joking.
No.
What?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
my
it's
character.
just
Thinking about
time
this
to
stuff I
head
know.
back
Oh,
to
okay, I
you
just
as a
want my
character.
I get it. While all this shit is going on.
I've been here the whole time. I was the old man.
Like that was really suspicious. You were like, what? Nothing?
Run away.
I just said a joke about like I said if you spit take on the table, it'll automatically kill your character, and then you were like, wait a second. I was like, I was joking.
And Bill's like, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
We're in the river.
Okay, we're gonna go back to Keth. So,
Yes, thanks.
what are you up to now? You kind of went off and all by your lonesome. What's happening with you? Because right now you've you've searched around. People are being like dismissive to flat out rude to you, and you're just not getting anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. I mean, I still don't like. I mean, I'm used to more of a barter system, so I feel like when I was told where the market was, and we had talked yesterday about like acquiring some stuff, I would be like, I have some stuff I can trade, and I would kind of just like head off for the market. I would ask directions for that.
Okay.
If I couldn't find the guy anywhere.
You turn to the nearest person, and they
try to
say
mitigate.
something before you even, are able to say anything.
Okay.
And this person is, you recognize it even with the mask on. They have like a half mask across their face. That seems a little kabuki-esque. And you recognize this as a half-orc immediately, and then you're like, oh, whoa, is this the same? And right when her voice says something, she'll be like, oh my god, it's the bard musician. And she's like, so a mask,
She hates
basically.
me.
No, she just.
I'll use
something you weren't
this
there
just
for.
because I've been using it.
Okay.
Crashed her performance.
Great to see you
Got it.
sober.
You look really familiar.
Yeah, you almost ruined my performance yesterday.
Well, how could I almost ruin it?
Because you suck and I'm awesome.
Oh. It must not have been me then. I'm just playing with you. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. It's out of character. I had never taken of the drink before. My friend kind of got me into it, and it was a little bit too much for me, and I apologize.
Yeah.
Apology accepted. I appreciate you actually saying that. Most people would just try to, I don't know, avoid responsibility.
No, it was fully my responsibility. I just can't remember it 100%, but that doesn't mean I didn't do it.
Fair.
I'm gonna
So
use that line.
You look like you're lost.
I am actually. I was looking for the marketplace. I have things I'd like to trade there.
Level 3.
Oh, thank you. What are you up to?
I'm waiting to start my set. It's starting in about an hour and a half.
Hey, do you by chance know a human man? And then I described the guy to him because I forgot what you said.
This dude, he had some scruff and some blonde stuff and things.
No, he was very well put together and waxed.
Not scruff, but it was like, yeah, they just go with facial hair.
Yes, that's Archmage Nicholson.
Oh,
I wouldn't try to get to know him. He's not the friendliest.
he seemed to have known me, and my friends posed some interesting questions that made me want to find him.
I doubt that he wouldn't fraternize with our kind.
But he spoke directly to me and said he knew me.
Where were you?
In the library.
How many people were in there?
Like, I don't know, like 5 other people? 4 other people? I can count.
Yeah. Have you considered that he was just trying to get by you to like do what he needed to do and then leave?
I don't know. I wasn't addressing him.
He actually spoke to you.
Yes, specifically to me. He said, "Don't I know you from somewhere?"
Wow.
And I said, "Well, I've never seen... I can't be so because I don't forget a face. And I've never seen you before." But then he left and my friends were like, maybe he knows your family. And that kind of made me want to look for him.
Truly bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer for you. He wouldn't speak to me if his life depended on it.
Do you know what part of the ship he resides in?
Oh, he's most certainly in first class.
It's an upper decker.
Above the buzz zapper?
Buzz zapper, that's funny. Yeah, above that.
Thank you for this information. I greatly appreciate it.
No worries.
If you ever need anything, let me know.
Just tip high.
The prisoner has like.
And they lean in and they I mean with money.
Oh, well, I do have 1 gold
Yeah,
left.
I'm not
Would you like it?
performing yet.
Oh.
Hour and a half.
Okay,
Hi.
Your material goods. Monk's like, sorry, yo.
Yeah. Like you could tell like she got like
Valhalla.
really fed up with the whole like, oh my god, it's so hard to explain everything to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get that from her, but I was just like, that was pleasant. She actually helped me. And then I head off.
She likes me.
Yeah.
Honesty.
She forgave me. And then I head off to the 3rd floor.
All right. You head to the 3rd floor, and like you to make a perception check, please.
Perceiving is not my forte. 17.
Okay. Well, you see a couple of things. You see Lumia, Sparky, basically like gathering a bunch of stuff from the marketplace, and then you see Feyren and Time trying on sunglasses like a distance away, but kind of like maybe watching Sparky. Ferg, where are you?
These are polarized.
Ferg's on their way to go have lunch.
Work. Got it.
Yeah.
But then you also
Gotta
see
make that
this
10K.
really gnarly looking, like a veritable homeless dude, looking at, like, kind of in the room from afar. And when you go by him, he actually hisses at you.
At me.
Yeah.
Keth doesn't jump or react
Mm-hmm.
in any way initially. He just kind of like turns his head and looks at him and keeps walking.
And distantly, without seeing it, you hear, "I like you."
I'd walk up to Lumi and just kind of ignore those two for a second.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like if from her description of what she was doing, she looks stressed right now, trying to figure stuff out. So
I'm just trying to gather as many, like, I have free reign, I have as many, like, not rare magical items. I'm just, you remember those, like, those things that you could win, like, in the 90s, that, like, you could win, like, a 3-minute shopping spree.
At Toys R Us.
At Toys R Us,
Yes.
where you just put as many,
Yes.
it was like 5 minutes, you just put as many things in the cart, and that's me, like, I'm just gathering
Yeah.
tons of shit.
Unfortunately, you have to like let
Interact.
the concierge know, and the concierge takes
Okay, and
the
I'm trying
force
to do
wall
that.
down. And at a certain point, like, you've got so much shit, you start hearing this from the concierge. This is highly irregular. This is highly irregular.
Keth walks up to you and goes, "You can help carrying that."
This is highly irregular.
It's okay. Yeah.
This
can
is
you take
highly
this
irregular.
because Bogey's gonna be here any second, and I don't want her to see all that.
This
I'm
is
taking
highly
this up.
irregular.
It's okay. It's okay. I need it because I'm really sick.
This is highly irregular.
It's okay.
Are you done now, Lumi? Do you need anything else?
I'm just watching
just
this.
need-
Like,
This other thing, and I grab one more thing. I
This
feel
is
like I'm
highly
trying
irregular.
to. I'm trying. Oh my god. I'm just like. Okay, so
Keth's
This is
now just
highly
holding like an
irregular.
armload of things that Lumi handed to him.
where's
Or
Bogey?
Sparky.
Would you like Bogenschultz to be summoned?
She's already. They've already been summoned.
Unknown.
Just take these, Kath, and like pretend they're yours, okay?
What are you handing me?
Like armloads, like bag loads of like amulets, like various magical items, healing potions.
Well, I
and,
wouldn't
like-
go that far. Wouldn't go that far. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
I'm not going to go that far at all. The anything in the realm of like magic items or healing potions, the concierge does not allow you access to that.
Why?
Because that it just doesn't.
restricted
Okay.
access.
What am I allowed?
'Cause you're a minor.
I either
You're
need
allowed
to, like,
candy. You're allowed bags. You're allowed basically any sort of mundane like material goods in the player's handbook, like that. Those kinds of things to a certain degree.
Rations?
To a certain degree,
Power bars.
but as far as like actual like solid magic, yeah, they don't give you access to that.
Okay. Do I need to decide all of the things that I have right now, or can I kind of decide that later? And
Well,
I can run it by you.
I'm gonna say that you were sort of like in a hurry. You're like, I need that, and then maybe that, 2 of those. Oh, I need a dozen of those. You know,
Yeah,
like that kind
yeah.
of thing. So yes, we will decide
Some
this
random-
later.
okay,
But
okay.
I'm also gonna kind of randomly roll
Okay.
for a few like,
Okay.
oh no, you didn't,
Fair
you
enough.
didn't grab that.
Yeah.
And
Horse
then
tag.
at that point,
What?
you see
Why?
Bogenschultz walk in the room, and like you guys are trying to look inconspicuous with sunglasses
All
on,
this stuff,
and
please.
they go by and say, time, Veyron. It's a pleasure to see you. Not even breaking a stride, just like heading to Lumi. And then that's where I'm going to come over to you. So,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be that skinny.
Wait.
Well, yeah.
How much
it's
role
not
playing
really
are you and
it's
Bill getting
worse.
into right now?
It's not like, so you're saying it's not that
Connor,
steamy?
step behind the
So
So Ott,
I mean,
That's
Ott is
unfortunate.
putting on
Ott
his
asked
trousers.
for the regular rate,
okay,
which is 1,000.
not that steamy. Got it.
I mean,
Wait, 1,000 gold?
yeah, this is something we established, like,
Meaning you and I?
in my character history. Yeah.
Okay.
Wrote it down on the sheet.
1,000. 1,000 seems like a lot.
And it's not
And
even
this
that
is-
steamy.
And this is not this is not a me judging your characters.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot.
I mean, pricey, so like 500.
Sure. Yeah, 500's good.
but not
cool.
that steamy.
See, you should have done air rates, dude.
No kissing.
Well, we did tell it was a regular rate. We weren't charging more because we're on, the Pride of Phalanstine.
Repeat customer discount.
Yeah.
No kissing
Well-
on the lips.
You know that. So what
That's
you know
not
what you know about
actually-
Ott is
Really
Ott
in
makes
Las
his
Vegas
living in Taiwan Kapuki
For sure.
by cooking for a living.
She just
Yeah.
turned her pimple.
He's a professional chef. So as you're wrapping up, he's putting on his pants, shirt, all that stuff. He's just like, sharing with you how excited he is that he got this new job essentially, and he's working as a sous chef under basically this well-known master chef known only as Gottlieb.
Gottlieb.
And Gottlieb's been hired by the July family to supply their in-house cuisine, and that's why he's heading to Phalanstine. And he's and so he hands you basically a small sack of coin,
Yeah.
and at first you're like, this is way too light, like immediately, but then you look in it, it's all platinum. And he basically
50p.
hands you 60 platinum, and he says, yeah, I go, wait, back to his accent, yeah, I got a little extra.
Oh, thank you. I told you it was the going rate.
You got a little tip.
Thank you. I always
Damn it.
we always appreciate our time with you.
Yeah, no, you're
Canadian.
one of my more fun meal adventures.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
You're a very filling meal. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Low-hanging
So
fruit. You're the low-hanging fruit. Yeah.
What are you doing on the Phalanstine then?
well,
Or on the Sky Specter? Yeah.
didn't mean to be on the Sky Specter. I was hanging out with some friends and we're trying to hunt down this mushroom.
He hears that a lot. You realize that some dwarves actually speak in like a second person. It's like a weird translation of dwarven to common.
Yeah.
Some of them get past it, some of them don't.
Yeah. Damn it.
So when he refers to himself, he refers to himself as he.
Yeah. We laugh politely at the joke. Like, but more than politely, there's a little
Authentically.
more lewdness in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He slaps you on the butt.
For the record, a warhorse is 400 gold, so you're more than a warhorse.
yeah, the fuck we are.
I'm just saying.
It's not steamy though.
Well,
Hey,
for the
warhorses
warhorse
can get
treatment,
Yeah.
that's a whole different
What?
deal.
Yeah, but that's
Is
to
there a
that is to keep and to
sexual stuff
own
in
the
the third
warhorse.
demo?
This is
No,
just
no.
for
This
it's
is
an actual
this is
warhorse
just
for
for
lunch.
yeah. This is
This was not dinner. This is midday.
Yeah.
But this is also, that is a pound of platinum that he put in your hand. I mean, in terms of like the weight of the coins, they're literally like 500 GP is 1 pound of platinum for trade goods. I'm like, I like the visualization of like shiny coins.
So how did your boss get in with the Julys?
Oh, oh my God! Someone just.
Basically 50
I'm
days
just
worth
now
of
seeing
Socratic living.
the whoever typed
pretty
poop, poop, fart, butt, ass, poopy, fart, butt, penis,
Oh, that's
anal.
that is a.
Thanks, Fisher. God,
It's
it's typed on my notes.
the team.
Fucking hilarious.
Okay,
Okay, that was good. I kept kind of like seeing it, but like not reading it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what's that note?
We were hoping you're gonna have an Anchorman moment, which you just did. I'm gonna read everything that's on my teleprompter.
Yeah.
Word for word.
Yeah.
Fart, fart, poopy, anal.
Is that comment on the sex?
Oh no, it was definitely not.
Okay. What the hell were we just talking about?
Believe poopy, sex, anal.
Before that.
Oh,
What a
also
man.
sort of.
What a man. What a man.
How
Love each other
boss
very much.
Gottlieb got the job with the Julys?
Oh, you know, I don't know. Gottlieb's, he's a pretty famous chef. So I don't know, but I know him because because we went to like culinary school together, and so I met him through that.
Yeah.
He's not really sure why he chose me, but he sent me a missive, weeks and weeks ago, and I thought it was an accident. I gotta say,
your
but
cooking skills are worth his.
thanks. Buddy.
I have.
This is such a sweet
Yeah.
relationship.
And I'm assuming that Ferg is eating at Gottlieb's restaurant.
Ferg's like an firefly.
That's a great question. Let's say
Like a companion.
yes, you absolutely have. You were taken out as an escort one time, and that was the restaurant in which was on the menu, so to speak.
Yeah.
Can you laugh like that again?
I'm trying to figure out a way to get Ott to sneak me upstairs. We're just gonna ask directly. Do you think you could show me the dining room before dinner?
Hot.
Woo!
Oh, you're getting dinner now?
And he
You might get
and he
to that
says
break.
he
Oh.
doesn't know what you mean.
I want to.
You're blowing it.
I just think it'd be really cool to see the July's dining room and like be on the top of their ship and see.
He's not up there in the first class area. No, I'm riding coach just like everybody else.
Woo!
Yeah, but I mean, you have to go upstairs
Speak
to
of the UB now.
like cook.
What?
You have to go upstairs to cook, right? Or are they
No.
frying the food up?
I'm heading to he's heading to Phalanstine. The job starts there.
Oh, he's not cooking on the. Oh. Huh. Well then.
He's in transit.
Is Gottlieb on the ship?
He's transient.
No, he's already in in Phalanstine designing.
All right. Derp, 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 derp.
I can he can see some mischief in your eyes. You're trying to maneuver something or other there.
Oh, smart one.
I'm trying to finagle an invitation to dinner with the Julys. There might be something that one of them has that belongs to my friend. So I was thinking if I could show up for dinner, I could get it back. Do you think when we get to Phalanstine, you could maybe get me an invite?
I don't have those kinds of connections.
You know Gottlieb though, and Gottlieb could invite me.
Chef guest.
I could I guess I could put in a good word. I can't promise anything. I mean, Gottlieb's he's a busy monkey.
Yeah, I know, but I would really appreciate it.
Say again?
I would really appreciate it.
I'd be happy. I mean, it can't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Well, but occasionally Gottlieb is quite violent, so it actually could hurt to ask, but I'd do it for you.
You know what? I mean, you know what else I do. So if he hurts you, like, we can
Kiss it and make it better.
take.
I would say
We can push
Correct
back.
that.
I would say a little corporal punishment is perhaps worth the money that he pays all of us.
Okay. If you're okay with it.
Just hang out.
Legitimately, I actually feel that way. He's an old friend, but he's exacting in his environment.
Yeah.
His kitchen is his kitchen. You know what he means.
I know. I know exactly what you mean.
What are you all gonna do when you get to Phalanstine?
I'm gonna try and collect my friends and go back mushroom hunting. Like actual mushroom hunting, not work.
Work.
And he says, "Yeah, you've used
No,
that
you're-
line on me before, so I was gonna ask."
Work.
Yeah.
Mushroom hunting. All right, I'm gonna role play being a wild boar.
You know, cause they all look like penises. You know,
Oh.
Oh, not all of them. Just
I mean all the ones that I cook with.
yeah.
This is getting awesome.
This is
Hold the turn on the
I
lights.
love this like Rick Moranis dwarf.
Thank you. A little strange brew.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, I gotta meet my friends, but maybe we could meet up for a cocktail later.
Like a
Wink, wink. Nightcap.
actual.
Like an actual
Yeah.
drink.
Oh.
And maybe, something happens.
And he says, "Wow, I think he's blushing."
Hard to tell from all the burst capillaries for the dwarves, but it's fine. Saying they love their booze.
That is.
Yeah, let's do that, huh?
Alright.
Yeah.
It's a misconception. Not all dwarves.
Common's little.
Let's go to the jazz lounge where that half orc or that was it a full orc?
I think that's 4.
What did we
4,
miss?
yeah. The jazz lounge. Commons 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure what her name was, but I did like her playing.
Yeah. I'm just hoping my friend doesn't interrupt this time so I can actually hear the music.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, that's
Kat's
good.
intending to go watch that.
What did you do, by the way? Last night.
I just
Got crunked.
I got crunked, and then I went up there and got a microphone, and then I don't think I had a microphone. I'm just really
You were
loud.
a really good singer.
And no, I
Oh,
played
best.
my horn
Tremendous.
in accompaniment to the bard's.
And you rolled a performance
She playing-
10.
I wrote
check.
performance 10.
So that was not up to par with her performance.
Yeah.
So there were
It
words.
was a little off. I was going to my own.
Some people were
My own
loving it
rhythm.
though.
Yeah.
Some
Sounds
people were
like
not.
the beginning.
Nobody
of
loved
the
it, but I dedicated it to Ferg before I started.
You just did nonstop horn solos,
yeah.
trying to improvise.
I was just yeah.
We're
So you
gonna.
had 2 dead friends you could have dedicated it to,
Well,
and you chose.
I mean, I was really
I cried
let's not split
myself to
hairs.
sleep.
Okay, we're
I know
gonna
that you
take a quick
care.
break, and we'll come back in a little bit. We just gotta reset the equipment.
We were having like a bromance, like
I guess.
And
The
you
fuck
were
is a
shit
bro
faced.
it's a bro moment when you bond.
Back to the library after making a drinks date with Ott.
Yes.
It's in your calendar.
We're
Yes.
really kind of excited about that.
I know, but I don't.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be fun. And this bar is really, really good. And I think I still have half a bottle of
They got-
hockey whiskey up there.
Are they? Do they actually have like an actual human being, or is it
It's
like?
in a cage.
Oh man, I help you.
It's those.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
He doesn't like those.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's so
they,
impersonal.
though.
they creep me out because they're dead.
Oh wait, they're dead. And I'm sorry, they're dead.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He didn't know that.
They're necrophiles. It's a. The Julys are like. It's a whole thing. I can tell you about it.
Whoa. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna fly the Sky Specter anymore.
Oh, it's called the Sky Specter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get it now. Meta.
Okay, so you guys wrap up your date. He gives you a little hug and a little peck, and
Whoa.
and then Ott's on his way.
Play it for clients.
In the meantime, you're heading to the library.
Yeah, but
Did you all have a meeting place that you guys were gonna?
The library.
You okay?
yeah.
Works for me.
Um,
We can get
I-
snacks there. It's fine.
Specifically said, "Hey, after my lunch, we should all meet
But-
back here."
She was trying to go upstairs
With
with
Bogey.
Bogey. First.
oh, to the
That's why she
Not
called
my
Bogey.
cousin.
to the control
Yeah.
room. Okay, so you're heading up there right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you run into Ferg in the lift tunnel.
Lift?
Yeah.
Hey, Sparky, where are you going?
Sparky tends to go just like a shit ton faster than everyone else because you're a little bit more reckless because you're young.
I'm going to find my cousin, Ferg. Remember?
Yeah, we said we'd take care of that. You don't?
You know him.
Where have you been, Ferg?
Little dickweed.
Whoa.
Potty mouth.
Whoa.
Ferg's not
I
shocked.
feel like
Ferg's not shocked at all. Alright, just don't cause...
You just had a dick in your weed.
Have you been drinking?
Just saying.
how do you
Don't cause any problems, because you're already...
Yeah, so how can it get any worse?
I don't know, they lock you in your fucking room, dumbass.
Yeah, no, I got out, didn't I?
No, they let you out. If they lock you in, you don't get out.
If you were me, what would you do?
Float-
I know what you
floating
do. You go get your
down,
knife back.
floating down
Ferg.
right now is Bogenschultz.
Hi, Bogey.
Rumi, are you angry? Is something wrong? How can I help? Oh, you're being angsty, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
Ferg's like, fucking right she is.
Well, I have good news. Would you like to hear it now, or would you like to hear it as we go up and visit your auntie?
You can say it now.
Your Aunt Lucy has cordially invited your friends to dinner tonight.
Already tonight.
Really?
Oh, sweet. What time is dinner?
It's
I mean, you just had lunch, so it's gonna be a little while.
Well, I've got...
it's unfortunately
That attitude.
What?
you're gonna have to cancel your date.
Oh, it's fine.
We're gonna reschedule that day for after dinner.
Oh man, I don't get to see my friend play. Well, I mean, I'm not there, but I'm sad.
Your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well,
Make a
I
great
mean, if y'all are going
team.
upstairs, I'm gonna wait for everybody in the library, like we said we would, and I'll let them know, and you'll come and escort us, or should we just come up?
I'd like you to meet me here in the lift tunnel at and they name a time. That's obviously obvious and appropriate.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there.
Sounds perfect.
I'm kind of like weirded out by how polite Ferg is being, and I'm just like, I'm starting to get angry and anxious
Ferg just
and
got
wanting
laid.
to like.
Well, no.
No, but also like.
Sparky's seen Ferg like move in this airship, like
Yeah.
without like freaking out and just like
Go
getting
into
shit
a different
done.
mode. Yeah.
Yeah, mover and a shaker.
there's rules.
And you also
Or-
had sex,
And it's
so it's
almost
like,
like-
it's kind of like
Well,
yay.
it's
That
almost
has
like more
nothing to do with it.
Whatever.
yeah, it's business.
You're
Like,
glowing.
You're clear.
Yeah.
Ferg got paid, of course he's the.
Yeah, I'm glowing platinum,
which
bitches.
is why you're like, let's have drinks later. I'm flush.
But I'm like thrown by that more than I am probably. I mean, Bogey's just bogey and consistently bogey all the time. But I'm just like preoccupied. I'm like, I don't know if I'm scared of having dinner with my aunt because I want to like I just want to get the fuck out of here. That's like I'm preoccupied with that. So
On the
is my
flip-
cousin
On the
What?
flip side, here's what I'll say about your aunt, and maybe you agree with this, maybe you don't. But your aunt is certainly the most human of all of the people that you interact with on the Sky Specter. Minus like the occasional guest.
And much less likely to do anything with you if friends are around.
I have a question. Does my aunt like my mother?
From what you know of their relationship, yes. From what you, Lumi, the 13-year-old, knows of their relationship, yes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
You may also think that if this is more of like a formal family thing, and maybe it's not, maybe your cousin will be there at the dinner.
That's what I'm about to ask.
Who knows?
So is Blake gonna be there and Carter? Is that his name?
No, it's Blake and Cleaver.
And stupid Cleaver.
I'm actually not sure.
Well, are they still in the control room? Are they still up on the upper levels?
I've seen Blake a couple of times and Cleaver a multitude of times. I keep having to let Cleaver know that that language isn't used on the control room.
Okay. Well, I'm going up there. Ferg, I'll see you. What are you all doing? Are you going to the library?
Yeah, we'll be in the library, and then we'll be up for we're gonna meet you and Bogey right here before dinner. Just don't do anything rash, like we talked about. Until my feet are on the ground, you'll be fine.
Ferg, I must say, having this come from your mouth, it fills me with great confidence that you will keep your word of the lack of violence.
I gave you my word.
I don't give compliments often, but I just want to say thank you for being an amazing person.
Aww. Ferg just looks like completely confused and like, okay, cool. I'm getting off here.
I understand that you feel that I'm awkward, and I respect that. Goodbye.
Ferg just walks away. Awkward.
Maybe it wants lunch.
I love Bogey. I would totally hang out with Bogey. I don't care what their orientation, like, good, neutral. I like the honesty.
It's a good thing they bring your nanny then.
You could be stabbing a kid as long as you're being honest about it. It's cool.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
about to fucking
That's
do
what we've
I
seen
am
on
not
my
enjoying myself.
This is my problem with Sparky's relationship with Bogey. Sparky's like, no, you're totally cool. You're my nanny. Like, you can't do anything wrong because you're honest. And I'm like,
Well, no, I love her.
full of lies.
I know, and I imagine that I know that she kind of or did you guys tell me about that?
No, we did not tell
You
you
didn't
that.
tell me about that. Okay. Well, but I know I'm being like manipulated. I have a sense that I'm being manipulated and controlled, and I'm like going through that
You're
adolescent.
13.
Like,
Everyone is manipulating you.
Exactly. Like I'm like I just want to get
be
out of
honest.
here, but I love you.
We'll
Okay,
get you
so
out.
you've got a couple hours until the
Let you
dinner.
out.
Does anyone want to? And I'm sure that eventually, everyone tells everyone about that, and everyone sort of like, knows that. You guys are now getting used to your environment, so running into each other occasionally is commonplace. There's never any point where you're like, oh my god, we haven't seen time in like hours. It's a pretty contained area. That said, what, if anything, is anyone doing in the next couple hours before you go to?
Sending a message to Ott saying that cocktails are gonna have to happen late night.
You would okay. You when you say send a message, you know what room he's in.
Yeah, we're still gonna have a concierge drop a note.
Okay. Okay, got it. So that that message.
There might be other clients. We might find other clients.
There's like a Craigslist on board. I mean,
I mean, there is now.
Yeah. It's called Lucy's List.
Ooh.
Yeah. Aunt Lucy's List.
Isn't that like Angie's List? You can get some good contractors
Yeah,
for
totally.
whatever dirty work you need done.
Mm.
like
I mean, Farron goes to the
Farron's list.
marketplace and checks out other like herbalist vendors and
check out scope the competition in the
tries to do
skies.
a little where we headed again?
Ooh.
Phalanstine.
Phalanstine. Tries to do a little Phalanstine like elbow rubbing,
Okay.
Sees what's out there, sees what Phalanstine
Um,
Stinians are looking for, etc.
They're
You're done.
they're very concerned about professionalism and business for the most part.
So
They
is
pride
Fred.
themselves on like what they're doing and how good they're doing it.
Okay.
And you notice that only after that comes anything like family, friends, that kind of thing. Really, they just take a lot of pride in what they're doing, how they're doing it, and and to a certain extent, this is sort of an unsaid thing, but you can just kind of tell it's kind of this sort of hoity-toity vibe. The status that it brings them is very, very important. So they value that highly. So that's that through the conversation that you've had, that's what you gather. And to be clear, it's been very hard to navigate through all that because you've been getting a lot of questions about what you are.
Fucking human being. Or
Okay.
sentient being.
Yeah. You were able to kind of cut through that a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
you're it's not like you're. Well, what's your charisma?
Right now at disadvantage,
What am I
though.
looking
Also
at?
keep that in mind.
Your charisma down below your last stat. Charisma.
Thank you, though.
Oh, it's +2.
Yeah. So it's not like you're.
Well, it's wait, 16.
Yeah. So it's not like you're unfriendly. It's not like you're not enjoyable to
Why?
talk with or anything like that. But people are way more focused
Yeah.
on
Your charisma's
that
14. You're +2.
on that part of you.
Sorry. What's happening?
So people are. It's not like you're not. It's not like you're unlikable. It's not like you don't know how to talk to people. It's that people are just hyper focused on that part of you.
Right.
Um,
So I think I kind of like do a little deflection, and then I do like more of a cursory look at stalls and things like that, and then I just head back to my room.
yeah. Cool.
Is this written down right?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna take a little liberties with narrative and let me know if it doesn't work out. But so has anyone ever like ridden the train for like a long distance? And by that I mean like a multi-day trip maybe.
Not multi-day, but like up to Seattle for sure.
Okay.
I've gone on like 8-hour train rides before.
Yeah,
Cool.
me too.
So I'm imagining like because we don't really have like zeppelins anymore, unfortunately. But one day I'm hoping it'll come back around. But like on the train, I imagine it's the closest like equivalent to it, like cruise ship element, right?
Yeah.
And especially like the level of like opulence that we're seeing here, pleasure cruise. Like I'm kind of imagining that there is on perhaps attached to the library or like on a similar floor, there is like a theater. And I'm imagining via like this arcane level of like playing, short films and documentaries via like an arcane like.
I
illusions and shit.
have exactly the analogy for you.
Yeah.
It's the Hollywood Theater in the airport.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's what I just said.
Okay, didn't hear that. But in this case, they don't necessarily. It's not named anything. It just says theater, like above the.
Mhm.
And it's exclusively run by illusionist.
Kind of what I was imagining, like it. And right now, I'm saying that there is like, and this is kind of like what draws timing, because like some connections for her, is like a documentary on the Demon Wars, specifically focusing on like, the dwarves and the griffins. And it's very, I imagine like a, old timey, it's still like feel like like you're watching like
the old,
the old
Propaganda
just
reel.
hitting into the talkies, yeah, like the old propaganda reels, be like, so of the past, I'm like, this is what our archaeologists like. We don't have any footage from the time, right? But there's like reenactments, some magical
There's no
reenactments,
footage
and
of
like,
the time?
and people are like
No footage.
talking over it and like giving like and to this day, like no one knows what's happened to the dwarves and griffins. Some say that that there have been sightings in the so and so mountains, or I don't know. I'm just saying like there's some like the weird
The dwarves and
1950s
griffins
feel to it.
actually still exist.
Cool. I mean, like, and maybe they say something along those lines, like, hey, they still exist, but, far in the seclusion, and no one knows, like, what
Far in
decline,
seclusion,
like,
far
kind of
less
idea.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, it's one of those kind of things, like, it's
Yeah.
something of the distance, some otherized kind of interesting thing, but it's just, like, this documentary, and she's like, like, just feeling a little more of the world.
Yeah.
Nobody wants any orange. It's so good.
Those.
Nothing.
What's up?
Let me think.
How many oranges have you eaten?
No scurvy for you. Can I have some orange?
No scurvy.
Can I have some cheese with
No,
this?
gourmet. Oh,
Close,
shit.
close, we got
What,
this.
what kind of oranges are those?
Navel.
Yes.
I think
Are they the sumos?
Got it.
they're the bag of oranges they're the heirloom navels.
Oh yeah. Delicious and
Of course
a great
you know.
and a great farm.
And good value.
There as well.
Did you get them at Willie?
They're a good value. And yeah, Ashley's a regular.
I never see you in.
Where the fuck are you?
I work in prepared foods like 4 days a week. Well, I'm
But
gonna be
in
there
the
5 days.
kitchen,
then.
right? Not like in the sandwich.
I never
line.
see you. I swear to
Well,
God,
I
I'm
mean, I
there
work
like
at the burrito
at
bar
least
most
3
days.
days a week.
Okay.
And you
Oh,
work
the
AM,
burrito
right?
bar.
Mostly.
Yeah, I
I
work
wish we
9
had
to
a burrito
5
bar.
usually.
Okay.
But I'm
like,
switching to 7:30s to 3:30s. I'm gonna start doing sandwiches.
What time
Ooh.
do you normally?
I'm gonna be doing 7:30 to 3:30.
No, but
oh,
what?
9 to 5.
Oh yeah, I'm never there before 5.
Yeah.
Like, I'm rarely there.
I used to
I can
close a
attest to
lot,
that.
so maybe we had seen each other before we knew each other.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that farm later, but I'm going to get back to this. So, oh man, there are so many things that I want to.
I want to say that I'm very appreciative of you navigating and juggling all those things.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
I would hate
You're gonna have to do it
stressed
someday.
out. Who the fuck says?
Okay,
I don't want to do that.
I'm actually going to
I
make
feel
this
like I should
pretty,
probably do that.
pretty,
It's good
pretty
exercise.
short
I
and
know.
sweet.
I'm so scared.
I'm going to say that you have a very, very confusing experience inside the theater.
Oh, good.
Pee-wee
And
Herman.
on this laptop in particular, like I don't have the document to draw the information from, so I'm actually going to do a little bit of a flashback the next session. We'll just sort of start it out there.
Okay.
So right now,
Sounds
what I want you to
Really
know
good.
is that you
Show us
have
the
a
doll.
very interesting like think about. So think about watching like a war documentary or
Exactly
something
what I'm
like that, or
thinking,
like a
right.
history or war documentary,
Mhm.
especially on the level of like perhaps a little propaganda-y.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you go into like a full-on like you really actually feel like you're experiencing whatever's coming at you. And I will say that these visions have a whole hell of a lot to do with the elves and the dwarves and how they sort of like came together as two people. And then when you kind of come out of it, like it's just someone's like, hey, miss, hey, and you, and you come out of it and they're like, are you okay?
Like the film's over.
N-
Why?
n-
Or is it still going?
It never actually even started.
The projector's broke. I don't know.
I mean,
Projectionist
this is
drunk.
lunchtime for us. We didn't know anyone was in here.
Oh. It was very good.
The door is. Could you? We're asking you to please. Could you leave?
Okay.
Thank you. Socially awkward.
Yeah, I was playing with him.
Yeah. But yeah, you look
Good
up and
documentary.
you realize that like according to this, at least this person, like
Nothing.
nothing ever was conjured. Standard. Yeah.
So
But-
say them.
Yeah. But I will. That's the first thing that I will go.
I'm down
into.
to like make a thing with you or write a thing or whatever and like read it next time or whatever we can figure it. Like that'd be cool.
Sure.
That'd be done.
Sure. Yeah, I have an idea of like what I want to throw at you, but I'm interested in how you would paint it. So anything Ferg's doing? Anything Feyren's doing?
Berg is gonna go get.
Sweet.
Oh my god, 2.0.
Berg is gonna get dressed early.
Like for the date or for?
For dinner.
Okay.
It's
Nobody knows what you mean by dinner anymore. Okay.
Which is why it's fun.
Okay.
Tell
great.
us about that side course.
get dressed early for dinner, for meeting
Okay.
everyone for dinner with Aunt Lucy.
appetizers.
Sorry.
That was real creepy.
I mean, I specialize in them.
Real creepy. Low-hanging fruit's the best fruit.
It's the year of the low-hanging fruit, guys.
It's 2019.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go schmooze some of the wizards and
Schmooze with who?
some of the wizards that we see around.
Alright.
Using our knowledge of like mycelium and mushrooms to like poke out some more info about the Strassman Collective.
Also, maybe see if there's other clients.
Oh, you should come work for me.
Sorry.
Cheers.
We're trying really hard, but you don't
Oh, my
want us to.
Really? Is that
Speaking of
true?
You're like,
responsibility.
snap.
Sure, this is like an interview.
How bad do you want?
I got it.
There is a
That tastes like college.
there's two wizards that seem relatively approachable. One is a human, sort of black-haired female wizard that is rather introverted, but at the same time kind of reaches across the aisles occasionally and asks colleagues of to like confirm or deny certain like information that she's researching in a specific book at the time. She seems to have the same level of the same symbols as time does, denoting her as a diviner. And she, so she's hanging about. And then there are, okay. Make a knowledge history check first. And then I'm going to base it off that.
11.
Okay, you see the weirdest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. You see two conjoined elven twins that are actually connected, literally connected at the shoulder. Red Rock. Yeah.
Shoulder.
But they collectively have 4 legs. They seem to be very used to walking together, so that's not like awkward or anything like that. But they also
Great at four-legged races.
they also are pretty much constantly arguing with each other in low tones. They don't make a scene out of it.
This is definitely what.
Cool.
Are
creepy.
they
Turkey drinks
sitting
juice and
anywhere
cranberry
near
flag.
the black-haired wizard so that we can like maybe like draw everybody in for like cocktails and like, hey, I'm really
Near,
bored.
but not conveniently near.
Okay. We're gonna sit down with the twins and introduce ourselves and not watching horror about what's going across the table.
Yeah.
I gotta drink first.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong.
Guys,
Okay.
focus on the roleplay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Game, please. Thanks.
So, like, hey, you two seem to be having an interesting conversation, and I am absolutely starved for intellectual stimulation because it seems like most people on the ship are pretty dumb.
And which one are you addressing? The twins
The
or
twins.
okay? They both say it at the exact same time. Why is that our problem?
I was just wondering if y'all wanted to have, some polite conversation for a minute.
Where do you want to be, cunts?
Who are you?
No?
Yeah.
Too
What
soon?
do you do?
I'm being twins. Being rude.
Our name's Ferg.
Too soon?
I'm a fostered spore of the House of the One-Eyed Seeker, and I have special privileges at the...
H&M.
No, I just...
The Grand Mycolog?
Not the Grand Mycolog. The other Mycolog
Tyvan Kapuki?
that's at Tyvan Kampuki, which I forget the name of. Which
There's a specific one for that? I thought that was the H&M.
No, the H&M is a order.
Oh, okay.
But where is the H&M located?
In Tyvan Kampuki.
Oh,
On the
Zalaria,
third floor.
the Mycolog at Zalaria University.
got it. Which is in Tyvan Kapuki.
Yeah.
Perfect. Please roll a persuasion check.
And 0 persuasion. Roll high. No. Thanks.
And one of them says, "Oh, fascinating." And the other one goes, "You find that fascinating? Well, why wouldn't you find that fascinating?" Well, people who work at H&M could come from any possible background, which means that their sphere of knowledge is very, very widespread. You need a focus. Everyone should pick a focus. Oh yeah, a focus. Yeah, that's right. And we're focused. We are focused. That's right. We're very focused. And then they look at you, and at the same time they say, we're very focused.
Clearly, what are you focused on?
Nothing that would interest you, or you could really even comprehend.
I mean,
gonna
If
say-
you excuse us.
Who
They
has
walk away.
Ferg's fucking?
I'm gonna say that Ferg reacts negatively to that.
Yeah.
And follows them to continue the conversation, and maybe even gets
Also.
slightly heated. Well, one of his personality traits is that he's smarter than somebody, and they just told him that he wouldn't comprehend something.
yeah.
Yeah.
In a very rude way when he was just trying to be pleasant with them.
See?
Ferg doesn't like being pleasant either, all the time.
Yeah. So, yes, Ferg is
So
gonna
how are you painting this in like what's happening? Like if we're gonna give like Connor an inspiration point for this, what's happening that's like causing him drama or stress? How are we going to?
Well, I'm gonna say he starts to rage a little bit at their comment and starts like his etiquette is gonna come. Not, I don't know. That's up to you. It's
You're
gonna
breaking
start
face.
to break. He's gonna break face essentially and start to
Yeah.
get angry, and he's gonna
Totally.
literally follow these people and berate them
Be the monster people
and
see
explain
you are.
like
It's
like
fucked.
how educated he is and how much smarter he is than
Whoa.
them, and how the fact that they think he can't comprehend something is just outrageous. And he's I don't know. He's pissed.
I imagine you angrily like bestial raging while using a like crazy vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of those like
Incongruous.
just like he's just railing off like this whole long like soliloquy.
Okay. So whether or not you get an inspiration point for this is entirely up to this interaction that I'm about to inject into the sort of like chemistry set. And that is that you absolutely start doing that. They walk away,
Yeah.
and you have about 5 seconds of like, did that just happen? And then you're like, no. And you like, all in your head, nothing, but you just start heading towards them. And someone jumps in your way. And with rotted teeth ablaze, they say, "Are you really gonna let them affect you like that? Come on, you're better than this." What's your name? I heard that it's Ferg.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ferg. Look, gummy tooth, whatever grossness. I gotta go talk to those two elven sports, and I made a promise, so I'm not gonna kill them.
No, I got it.
But
But hey, hear me out, okay? You gotta really take out some aggression. I see that in your face right now.
Go
I see
kill
that,
yourself.
I see that
And-
vein. I see that vein in your forehead. I'll pay you well.
You can't pay me that well. I made a promise.
And wait, what's the promise?
Not to do violence.
We promised that we would not kill anybody on this ship until our feet hit the ground.
You said kill specifically?
I like that caveat.
No
You're-
violence.
So the,
No,
the
we said we
so
wouldn't
you're
do
compelling,
violence.
we
but you're,
promised
like,
no violence, but we did specifically
I'm
say to
compelling him to
Lumi
rage.
that we wouldn't kill anybody until our feet are on solid ground again.
So then the compulsion would be
right.
to do some violence, not necessarily to kill.
Because of the
Potentially.
weaknesses, because of the flaws. Like
Yeah.
Well,
So that's
yeah.
that's the threat I think that comes out of this is like, do you try and start something which would violate your promise and be some interesting shit?
So what I'm saying, here's what I'm saying is like this this particular NPC is offering you an out. Otherwise, do you have an inspiration point?
I do not.
So that means that you would be compelled to haul off and fuck these conjoined twins up
If I had a nickel,
hard.
I would have
you
zero
don't have
nickels.
to
Just
if
to
you
be
want to
clear.
spend an
Listen,
inspiration
I
point.
don't
He
mean any
doesn't have
harm.
that.
I just I'm just trying to help you out.
You don't necessarily. I mean, I don't know.
I'm way less gross than you think I am.
Really, because you're pretty fucking disgusting, and I've like
I really want to
been
watch you
through
with those girls.
pits.
Yeah, you're totally right. I was totally fucking lying to you.
You're disgusting.
But seriously, greatest treasure you'll ever
You win, my
have.
friend.
I mean, not fucking me. I mean, like,
Oh God, no!
I'm gonna
you can't.
give you.
Fuck,
No, but that's what I'm talking about. Come on.
You'd be
I'm
surprised how much
charging
that
you
works.
double, only because I don't want to fuck up what's going on with my friends. We've got a thing going here.
Yeah, man. I got you.
Oh wait, he wants to fuck.
Yeah,
It's DTF.
yeah. So 120 platinum.
Is this the same guy we met in the
Whoa,
market?
whoa! That's
I-
awesome.
I just said I was charging him double.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
So are you gonna go
Wait,
have like hate
100
sex
like,
with this
wait,
gummy
wait,
guy?
wait. 120
Yeah.
platinum is like
1,200 gold.
yeah.
This is the
All
guy we met
right.
in the market.
I feel like you
High
should
price.
still get an
He's real high
inspiration for
price.
that.
Saving lives one hard cock at a time. And then he grabs your hand and
Oh God.
I'll
Your
give you.
face is gonna be in the pillow the entire time. You don't get to talk.
that's
Like-
my thing, man. I love it.
So he's like, I'll give you something to stab. I'm gonna drag you on.
This motherfucker.
This is a win-win.
For
100% a
120
win-win.
platinum, yeah.
That was a win-win.
You have the best life.
I don't know.
Making poor choices for huge amounts of money.
Oh.
Well, it's either that or actually.
Wait, that's college, right?
It's either that or actually having no choice but to violate your promise and fucking this guy up.
Yeah.
That would cause a lot of badness.
I'm sorry,
Does
but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm actually not sorry either. Does guy have the money though?
Because
Sure.
I'm gonna wrap this in your compulsion, in the sense that you're so angry that you're just like, let's do this, and angry sex later. He's laying on the bed, naked as a jaybird. Oh god, that was so fucking great.
Yeah, I said double. Where's the money?
And he reaches in his well,
Here's
he has to rifle around his clothes.
A
that are on the
pouch full of
ground
buttons.
and he basically
Platinum
hands you 4 copper,
Oh, you
and he's like,
Break his arm.
well, that's an interesting thing.
fun story.
So we're gonna roll initiative on that.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have rolled initiative the way their sex was going down. Yes, this is gonna be great. I'm really excited about this.
I rolled a 20.
Oh my
I
god.
rolled a 14.
Which isn't bad.
Not bad.
He goes invisible.
It's just not
The
funny.
door opens, and you hear his voice say, "Greatest treasure you'll ever have." Door shuts.
Pick up the 4 coppers. Search the room. Do I find anything?
Whose room is this? Actually, that comes to mind right now. You're like, wait, whose room is that?
Oh yeah, no, that was the first thought. I was like, "There's no way he could afford this room."
You hear from the closet,
What the fuck?
Wait, for real?
I'm actually not okay with that.
That's.
I know. Oh, wait.
Like, yeah, no,
Wait, what?
no kids in the closet.
No kids in the closet?
Yeah, that's a step too much.
Wait, you're saying like
Okay.
metagame, like no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's-
me as a person, like that's absolutely no.
Okay.
Valid.
That, I mean, that plays into the hard rules that we made.
Sure.
So
Okay.
Sure. So what I was trying to go for is that this room definitely is not your room,
oh yeah,
and it's definitely not his room,
yeah,
and someone just kind of like walks into like a common area of the room. So we'll say an adult.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And they're just like, oh my god, and like run back into the room, slam the door.
Yeah, we put on our clothes and leave.
Yeah.
Not the first time this is rerun. Just kind of.
I imagine for
You still get an
just
inspiration for that,
wearing
though,
like
right?
a barbarian like steel belt. So does that just take one motion, or do you actually have more clothes than that?
Yeah, are you putting away the
You're like
pencil?
a
He-Man all of a
Conan,
sudden.
like-
Like,
I
yeah.
imagine you with like steel belt, that hangs over your junk,
Loincloth.
and nipple rings, which don't count because you didn't. So.
You have like an attaching chain that you can like, if you want.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
for
And the red pencil.
And the red pencil, but that's strapped across your back.
we-
so-
Or under like
So-
loincloth.
Yeah.
left that in
And
there.
sometimes your hair hangs in your face, but you go like this. You go.
Ferg's hair isn't that long. Ferg is pretty
Just your
nondescript.
bangs. Just your bangs.
Nondescript. You
Average
have
Black boots, black jeans,
Oh, jeans.
leather coat.
Breaking the fourth wall there, but.
Yeah.
it's called role playing,
Okay, sorry.
method acting.
Got it.
Also, definitely laid that out in character creation, like what Ferg looks like. We happened to put on like a really fancy, like embroidered silk shirt that, like, if y'all saw it, when you all see it when I get to dinner, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are they wearing? Where did that come from? But
Very important question.
yes.
Do you pick up the 4 copper?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
I'm still getting paid. It's okay.
Oh no, we're pissed about it.
No.
The guy
I'm not
owes
saying
us
you're not.
fucking 120 platinum. And now we have to go see the doctor again.
No.
Oh.
You don't know where he's been.
You didn't work. That's on you.
We also have a reputation.
Cold. Damn.
You're a professional.
Also,
What's wrong
first.
with you?
Also, first up.
Sorry,
Part of why
like
we get
spiritually at
paid
a
so
distance,
well.
you hear.
By the way, money up front. Come on.
Sorry, this is.
We
I
were
know, I
raging.
know.
There was a little bit of things. Got a little out of hand.
Definitely inspiration then, yeah? I mean, come on.
Rage boner?
Nope.
Get all the money, dude.
What? Wait, what?
No, that was my thing. Is like you did this to get out of violence against the conjoined twins, which would really have screwed you over.
Yeah.
This one just screwed you over in like a literal sense.
Yeah.
Might be itchy for a
Not,
little
but
bit.
not like you're in jail or dead or that kind of thing.
Or our friends are getting thrown in
Or
jail.
your friends are getting thrown in jail.
Did this for you guys.
I can't wait for that conversation.
I,
Okay, so
Oh no, they're never gonna know.
So moving on, you know, weird encounter, totally get it. And at the same time, anyone else doing anything before the 2 hours go by?
Ferg takes 3 showers.
I literally go back to the library and meditate because I'm just waiting
Just
for my
regular
friends.
showers.
Got it.
I did my thing.
3
thing.
of them.
Regular.
I'm going to
Totally normal.
How do you know how
I'm
far you
going
can jump?
Bogey to
Like, you know,
the
things like
control
that. I
room
was trying to find
to
it.
find
Yeah.
my cousin.
Let me see your
Oh, you're not just
shit.
okay. Got it.
I think
So-
that.
You can.
So,
if you have a 10-foot run, which you need for all the things.
where do you meet
you
up
can
with
get your
Bogey?
Strength score. and
They were
distance.
just in the marketplace passing
get
these
your
two, I think, was when I
modifier.
last
Yeah.
saw.
Oh, we were in the elevator shaft and I left
go
you
2
guys.
feet.
Oh, that's right. We were
14
heading
feet.
up.
14 feet.
and We'd
that
made a
way.
meeting place.
Horizontal.
Yeah, we're meeting back
the
here.
library.
One
For
and a
dinner.
half
And I'm like
times
looking
your
at you,
height.
trying to communicate. Like,
For you.
I don't come back.
But like physical height, not hair height. Right?
So, at a
Basically,
certain
your arms
point,
next to one and a half, right?
Bogenschultz
So you
is
can
is
jump up like 2 feet,
you know
and you can get like
absolutely on board, taking you up.
9
And
feet up.
as you're hovering up the
yeah.
the
jump spell,
basically
is
the
triple all of that, I believe.
the levitation shaft, they stop.
What is that part?
Like they stop and just kind of hover there, and you kind of keep going, but you notice that
regular stuff. Or
they stopped, and you come back,
could you look it up? I'm gonna take a look.
and they say, "Your Aunt Lucy is letting me know that perhaps maybe this would be best to address when we all have dinner. It's only in another 45 minutes, and she's asking you to wait until then." And I
So
hope
she knows.
knows about what, sweetie?
My night. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I absolutely know you. I know what you're talking about. She's got a lot of responsibility on this ship, and I don't think it's her highest priority.
Well, then. Okay, so. Are they.
She's asking you to be understanding of her status at this particular juncture.
Am I allowed to go up or not?
Well, yes, in 45 minutes with your friends when they're invited to dinner.
So I can't go right now. I thought I was already heading up.
Yeah, and this happened kind of right in the middle of the lift tunnel.
Okay.
I thought we were heading up. That was the orders that I were given, and now I'm getting different. I've been given different orders.
So, I wasn't heading up without her. I thought.
Like you were heading up the lift tunnel, but you weren't past the restricted area point.
Oh, okay.
Zap. Yeah. So Bogenschultz says, "Tweety, you'll have to be okay with this. I believe that this is one of those requests that's not exactly a request."
Trying to contain myself. Okay, I'll just go to the library then. Where are we meeting for dinner? Up here or down there?
Well, where would you like to meet?
I
Oh,
wanted to be
you
nice
mean
for
where
my
are we meeting for
friends.
dinner?
Yeah.
We're meeting in your Aunt Lucy's personal space.
In Aunt Lucy's quarters?
No, without a bubble, that's been like 6 inches.
It wouldn't be an authentic invitation if it was otherwise.
Yeah, Captain's quarters or whatever.
Will my cousins be there?
I'm not sure. I seriously doubt it.
Oh.
They are trying to avoid you. I've gathered that much. Please, don't rage. It's all gonna be okay.
Different
I
person.
didn't turn into a barbarian, Bogey. Don't be silly.
All due respect, my dear. I saw what you did to that little boy.
teenager.
I like crumple like with guilt, like.
And I know, and
And
they,
I'm just like done
they put a
for.
hand on they put a hand on your shoulder.
Feeling your eye.
You know I'm not trying to hurt
Just
you
like,
or cause you any distress, but you need
Just
to
trying
know.
to control me.
You need to know that I think that perhaps you look to Ferg because you know that Ferg has just as much of a propensity towards violence that you do, but you can't control it.
I'm not like Berg.
Damn!
Horrified.
That is an honor.
Wow.
And Bogey goes, "Have you told Ferg that?"
But there's like a certain amount of like, because like I feel like you're an uncontrolled like violent person, and I don't think of myself that way. And but then there's this like truth of that's like hitting me, and I'm just like I am like
Denial.
overcome with guilt, and I
Yeah.
really like.
And Bogenschultz immediately hugs you. I'm sorry. I have made a pledge all my life, my dear, to be honest with you, and this is what I'm just trying to do. I just don't want you to go into any illusionary walls of who you are versus who you make yourself to be in the world. You have to. If this energy is challenging, you must master it, and you must do it soon.
The lisp makes it.
Remember
Dad
what
mad
Ferg
at
said.
me?
Don't cry.
I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
I've never asked myself who.
Sorry, that came up last session, and it was the exact same wording, and it's fucking hilarious. Is mom mad at me?
I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
It's so fucking great.
My dad is worse because I have a closer relationship with my dad. So I'm just like a crumpling heap, and I
Yeah.
just want to be back
Well,
with my
you're
friends. I
still
don't
in the
care.
fucking elevator.
I don't even care about my dagger right now. I'm just like, I feel guilt and shame and horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go back.
And hormones.
Sweetie,
Hormones. This is fucking crazy.
go to the library, grab some young adult literature, immerse yourself,
I was gonna ask about that earlier.
pass the time away.
Oh my god.
So good.
Your Aunt Lucy.
Go read some Nancy Drew.
Yes, I was looking for that. I was like,
I was thinking BC Andrews.
I was thinking
You mean
Arl
Dancing
Stein's
Roo?
beach party.
I
Fancy
was saying
Drew.
The
boxcar
halfling
children.
investigator.
Super
Nancy
wholesome.
knew.
Yeah.
Like,
Dancing new.
and the Shardy boys.
Before you,
Red Ball series.
before you know it, you'll be having dinner with your aunt and your friends. And this
helped.
it'll be fine.
I don't think it will, Bogey, but
You mark my words. It'll be fine.
just like losing all like faith in my previous. I mean, I don't trust.
When have I ever let you down? I'll give you a hint. 0%.
You're being gaslighted by a thrall. You're 13. Everyone gonna be like, "See, it's fine."
I'm just confused and conflicted. I'm just gonna go back to the library.
I love you, Tweety.
I'm gonna rage read.
Even if I'm
Dancing
also
Roo.
hate you.
Dancing Roo. It's the best one.
Knowledge.
And I will say that where we'll leave tonight is you all sort of finishing up with your relaxation, maybe a little drink in the concierge sort of like bar area, but ultimately you guys all meet up back in the library, and you know, Bogenschultz comes in and says, "Lucy July will see you now," and then that's where we'll.
I'm
end
gonna be
tonight.
poking Farrag about like how, like,
That's the cost.
asking like questions like tentatively and kind of scared, like how did you change, like you were different when we weren't on the airship, but like asking like kind of skirting around asking how they mastered their ragey stuff.
With some
Just
dick.
gonna-
How do you control your emotions?
Yeah,
No,
how do you control
because
this
there are
stuff?
rules.
This
There are
whole
rules hanging out with the rich people. There are rules hanging out in the fighting
podcast
pit.
is
Well,
gonna be
there
a
are
sex
rules at the
talk.
library.
You have an understanding of
It's
social
not.
potential.
It was not sexual.
Can I
No,
ask
I
you?
have no understanding.
Yeah?
I just
Can
know how
I,
to follow what other people are doing.
Is it Fisher again?
No, it's actually that one.
Is it a ferret?
something did a thing.
So
I
Connor-
to the table again.
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot. Shanna, you totally derailed my
I'm
fucking
sorry. You're welcome.
It seemed important.
You're welcome.
thought.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anyway, we'll continue next week. It's gonna be great. Thank you for tuning in. Follow us on all of the things: Twitter, Instagram.
Rage sex.
All of it will be down below, and rage sex. Yeah.
Better
'Cause-
than rape
Because why
shot.
not?